others boast. When it comes to countries, them own is the first. But the new head farmer, he telling you all, he plant a fuck up real countries in the world, immigrants, Mexicans, Muslim farmers in fear. I concentrating on planting right here. I hear Dr. Rowley, Marlene Alwari, Young Randall and Coffee, Rambarat and Gatsby. Rainfall, sunshine, are staying on the hill. The river could come down and a jam it still. Like we want to hear pow before we see precisely who. I want to fly high up to the sky. I wanna fly high up to the sky. I'm living in the mountains. Everybody knows the soil so fertile. If a man sit down naked, the seeds might grow. A delightful getaway from the hustle, bustle and tricks. Oh, what a natural fix if you don't like to mix with the politics. One issue I have to resolve. If I could sort it out, all problems solved. Every time I plant corn and it start to shoot, some idiot keep talking it all the root. Make country flowers in there, fuck it up. Make country produce in there, fuck it up. Country start to blossom. I don't know who or where they come from. Me blind neighbor say he saw a man resembling one of the politicians. I wasn't there, so I didn't see exactly who fucking up me country. Riding on me donkey, transportation bliss. Me fireside bubbling a goodie. I hear tin in the gas crisis. Surrounded by wild animals. What a vicious pack. But none of them does launch an attack. None of them poison us like invert and sack. The hunt always on, I could say that much. And true, can switch it off like crime watch. My mission now is to put a stop to whosoever fucking the country up. Some say a man named Eric, George, Robbie and Patrick. Some say Capildeo, Paris, Kamla, Basteo. Old man Bedu said this ain't nothing new. They fucking up long before 1962. If Otto was around, he might have tell we directly who fucking up my country. If you hear gunshot, patow, patow, don't panic the ball. It's not a man or a woman at all. It's a lap or a tattoo fall. Gunshots in the city. For your life, you just have to run. The ghetto youth, they pose off on Facebook with gun. The rich one with the automatic weapon. In the mountain, this money cool like rain. In the tongue, it has rats that eating cocaine. Them criminals now, they don't have a heart. Next thing they want to traffic with private parts. Some say the British, French, Dutch, Portuguese and Spanish. Some say it was Granger, Shady, Abu and Warner. My grade of corn, the best of its kind. It could be used to make presidential wine. So the president wouldn't have to fly globally frequently. But they fucking up the country.
to say nothing, cause I know what some of all you go say. But I can't stand by any longer and watch my country go in this way. The affairs of the state in chaos, causing citizens too much pain. So to hell with who vex and whatever come next, I ain't staying quiet again. No, this land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know that this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. I say down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands. Aye. Is too blatant and cronyism is the cause. Nepotism is running rampant, going against all decency and laws. Where's the spiritual and moral values that brought you to rule this land once more? You are the ones who talk about corruption, but now we're more corrupt than before. Lord, this land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. I said down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands, man. Now reach the depth of despair. Crime has taken over our land. Law enforcement corrupt and impotent, and you can't come up with a fighting plan. Rape, robberies, murders, kidnappings over 4 years have gotten so bad. Apart from the bombings we have in town, you're afraid to come out in your own backyard. This land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know this government that we put in charge, Lord, incompetence is creating problem. Down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands, man. Shame on the Calypsonians are talking about from country to tongue. You boast we are the voice of the people, but look how we letting the people down. When other parties are in power, we could highlight all their problems, but this one destroying the country, we have nothing to say about them. Lord, this land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. Time to down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands. That's it. I'm tired with a set of plan. I say?
Down with them.
What I say? Down with them.
Down with them.
Help! Somebody, anybody, everybody, help! My country is going to hell in a handbasket, and it looks like if somebody tells somebody that this country could be run by propaganda alone, help! Somebody help! I wasn't going to say nothing, cause I know what some of all you gonna say. But I can't stand by any longer and watch my country going this way. The affairs of the state in chaos, causing citizens too much pain. So to hell with who vex and whatever come next, I ain't staying quiet again. No, this land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know that this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. I say down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands. Aye. The incompetence is too blatant, and cronyism is the cause. Nepotism is running rampant, going against all decency and laws. Where's the spiritual and moral values that brought you to rule this land once more? You are the ones who talk about corruption, but now we're more corrupt than before. Lord, this land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. I said down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands, man. Now reach the depth of despair. Crime has taken over our land. Law enforcement corrupt and impotent, and you can't come up with a fighting plan. Rape, robberies, murders, kidnappings over 4 years have gotten so bad. Apart from the bombings we have in town, you're afraid to come out in your own backyard. This land is yours, but it's mine also. And the future lies in our hands. I want you to know this government that we put in charge, Lord, incompetence is creating problem. Down with them, don't hesitate, down with them, no time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands, man. My shame on the Calypsonians are talking about from country to tongue. You boast we are the voice of the people, but look how we letting the people down. When other parties are in power, we could highlight all their problems, but this one destroying the country, we have nothing to say about them. Lord, this land is yours, but it's mine also, and the future lies in our hands. I want you to know, this government that we put in charge, incompetence is creating problem. Time to down with them. Don't hesitate, down with them. No time to wait, down with them. They must understand that this is the people's land. Yes, they must understand the power of any land resides in the people's hands. That's it. I'm tired with a set of plan, and none of the plan are working. Somebody up in Whitehall must be joking.
Down with them.
What I say?
Down with them.
What I say? Down with them.
Down with them.
Your country needs you. Hope you realize our government is abusing its power and authority, and it is having adverse effects on the whole country. It is time for us to take a stand. Your country needs you. Hope you realize our government is abusing its power and authority, and it is having adverse effects on the whole country. It is time for us to take a stand. After all, this is our native land. That is why I came back to sing, to expose the wicked things they're perpetrating. It is only time for the self-destruct. Greed and power is their TNT. Their purpose in government was for the bucks. They don't really care about this country. All the scheming, conniving plans have caught up with them. They are facing insurmountable problems, and just as sure as the sun will rise, this government must fall. The handwriting is on the wall. Our Prime Minister, a dictator.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah. All right. Control the feedback, please. Yeah, once. Cut back some of the highs for me. Maybe we could get rid of that feedback. Yeah, once. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's nice to see. So, we get in there. It's nice to see so many of our comrades here tonight. Decked in your colors. or should I say, the ultimate color. We ready to take them on. And it's a good look for Sandy Point. Sandy Point massive. Are you ready to fire Sean? Well, you see, some people saying around me, right, that he got fired a long time. But it's for we, the people of Sandy Point, to fire him. All right? Okay, we got a lot of feedback here, sir. All right, we're trying to make sure we get the sound right here because we're getting quite a lot of feedback. No, man, I don't think it's that. Maybe levels are just a little chill out or something. Yeah, all right. All right, we're gonna I think we are almost ready with the sound. It's sounding a little better. We're gonna get this thing started. And I'm gonna call Mr. Steadroy Douglas to come and open with a word of prayer, which will be followed by the national anthem. Steadroy Douglas, where are you? Okay, here he is. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Almighty God, we come to you tonight asking your blessings on this meeting. Lord, we bring these candidates before you, even now. Lord, you know their thoughts. So as they offer themselves to be servants of your people, I ask your guidance, dear Lord. Guide them. We need your intervention at this time where we are facing uncertainties. Cover the leader with your blood. Show him the right way as he seeks to lead our nation. Let him be fair in everything he do. Father, we bring the people of the Federation before you. Give them sober minds as they make that important decision on election day. So at the end of it all, we can say, thank you, amen. All right, we're supposed to have the national anthem right now. All right, we're going to call Adelcia Connor for Lance to do the national anthem for us.
Good night, all. Oh, land of beauty, our country where peace abounds, thy children stand free on the strength of will and love, with God in all our struggles. St. Kitts and Nevis be a nation bound together with a common destiny. As stalwarts we stand for justice and liberty, with wisdom and truth we will serve and honor thee. No sword nor spear shall conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessings shall forever to posterity extend.
Yes, indeed. The lady in the back here said labor is good and all the time labor is good. Is that true? Are you ready for a labor government in 2022? Are you ready to move to government headquarters? These gentlemen and lady here tonight. We have one lady and 7 gentlemen. Are you ready to ensure that they get elected and move into government house the day following the elections? Of course I can't wait. I definitely cannot wait. So for those of you who are not from Sandy Point and not from this area, my area, because I live just in the back here, welcome. Comrades from all across St. Kitts and Nevis, welcome. Those of you who are viewing, those of you who are listening, welcome. Those in the diaspora who logged on, I also welcome you this evening. The dysfunctional tug, as I've always called them, because they were leading the country in the wrong direction, has been dissolved, unable to resolve their personal differences. So to the polls we go very, very soon, in a matter of weeks, and no later than August 8th. Are you ready? Yes. 7 years of 1st and 2nd Timothy, and we've had more than enough of all of them. Not just 1st, 2nd Timothy, and the Prime Minister who want to get elected. Wait, no, he ain't want to get elected. He want to be Prime Minister without being elected. And so we want all of them gone. And the sooner, the better. We have one common goal. And that is to rid our lovely country of St. Kitts and Nevis of team unity. They have been in office longer than they should, because we're now hearing from among themselves that they should have been out after the first year. And 7 years we had to put up with their lies, their deceit, their corruption, their greed, and their criminality. And our strong labor team of candidates are red and ready to take on the yellow hat and the orange straw. And we are going to do it in grand style. The saw already started to cut down the hat, and Labor's caring hand will rescue this country from the demonic forces that has our country in the mess that it is today. I feel like I have to stay here and talk and all these guys go home, but I ain't gonna do that. So right now, welcome the first candidates to come and address you this evening. None other than the man from number 7, Nato.
Hey, give thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Oh, chimney, chimney. Today my rise like the sunrise, my bright and my upright. No one can block my vibes. I may not care who I fight, I know I criticize. I'm on a higher heights. So you can say what you want to and do what you want to. It's no concern to me. I have my own vision, me dip on my own mission to rule my destiny. Oh, it's my day to do what the fuck I want to. It's my time, and I'll use it any way I want to. It's my...
Comrades! Long time I hear you, boy. Comrades! Sandy Point! Number 5! You alive? Telling you. Greetings, comrades, greetings to the people of number 5. Greetings to my colleagues as usual. Greetings to the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And of course, the number 7 warriors. Greetings to you tonight. And as always, I have to say, greetings to the special people, our citizens in the diaspora. You ready, comrades? You ready? You ready? Johnny, comrades, Johnny, somebody get me vexed tonight. Somebody get me vexed tonight. Comrades, peacefully and calmly are preparing to come to the meeting tonight. And my mind just tell me check my email. When I checked my email, I saw an email from the lawyer. And you know, everybody know that I beat off the man in court in 2019. So I thought the story done. But breaking news, they're trying to get rid of me again.
I got tired to see me face. Can't get me out of the race.
Comrades, they're trying to get rid of me again. But tell them ain't going nowhere. No matter what. See it here. This is a letter of notification. It says, Timothy and the Attorney General of St. Kitts-Nevis, the appellant, and Leon Nathan Nelson, the respondent. What they want again? I beat them once. I beat them twice. And I'm going to beat them again.
I got tired to see me face. Can't get me out of the race.
But you see, if they can't take a small beat off in court, how they going to take a big beat off in the election? How they going to take that? You don't see how small they will come on? Eh? Lord of mercy. Tell them to leave me alone. I ain't going nowhere. I am here.
Unstoppable. You know see me unstoppable. You want some me now make it well. How come everything when me I do about you?
Everything I do about them. Huh? The court got to send me again to tell me on the 13th of June I got to come back. Come back, come what? They appeal the case that I won with the civil servants. So just imagine they appeal the case. I got to go back court, but yet they're using all kind of civil servants to run for them. According to Jumbi I, they're too bad and miserable and loyal and all kind of things. Huh? Just imagine they're trying to get rid of me, a civil servant, but they got all kind. PLP got a number of civil servants around for them. But the handsome man from number 7, look at me. Look at me. Hear the woman name. The handsome man from number 7. They want to get rid of the man. Huh? Me not going away. You know, I don't know. But comrades, we are here in Fig Tree tonight. Sorry, we're in Sunny Point. Everything is Sunny Point. Hey, and to make it worse, you know, we want to canvass in the morning today. Somebody bring a next letter for me. Let me see what he said got to you, yeah? Well. You know how can we so say? Well. Look like Unity got a problem.
Well. What's on trouble in the place?
Oh, the school's graduation ceremony and all they want a monetary contribution. But things hard, man. Huh? But I'm going to deal with them, man. I'm going to deal with them. It's only fear that we help all the students. But comrades, we're here in Sunny Point. We are here because the people of St.Kitts-Nevis feeling the squeeze. They don't hear that is what we have said to them over and over again. We don't know where this government is heading. But what we know, what we are facing is an imminent elections. What we know and what we are facing is that the Labour Party will return to office. What we know, what we are facing is that at the end of it all, it will be the end of Timothy Harris. That is for certain and that is for sure. So after the elections, we say towards the end. What we say? The end. The end of Timothy and his cabal. Comrades, where we are now is in trouble. Everything in this country mash up. And the sad thing about it is that they are asking for a chance to fix it. But to fix what? So much thing, the only thing I mash up in St. Kitts is the clothes on your back. And the shoes on your feet, but everything else in St. Kitts, mash up. The government has failed the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Look at it. The treasury, it mash up. The economy, there's no new jobs, the economy mash up. The housing program, NAC gone bankrupt, that mash up. The Barcia High School, all the rumors, all the lies they told, they destroy the school, education mash up. I don't have to tell you all the stories they have going around, the health care and the health services mash up. But comrades, most importantly, they're trying to mash up the electoral office. So watch them, mark a man and wash your hand. Don't let them steal the elections from you. Mark a man and wash the hand. Don't let them steal the election from the Labour people. Look at what is happening now. We have no ministers of government. So if you want some assistant, who you could go to? But everybody fired. Who are 6 of them dropped down? So I could tell you, comrades. We are here in Sunny Point tonight, and I could say to you, the people of Sunny Point will have true representation in our comrade from Sunny Point, in Kenneth Douglas.
You have a committed soul in Kenny Douglas. And like the rest of us, Kenny is committed to serving and fully representing the people of number 5. And I could tell you, Kenny will definitely go to cabinet. As a matter of fact, Kenny will definitely come to cabinet because he ain't gonna left me. Kenny will definitely come to cabinet to represent the people of number 5. So when we bring in new infrastructure, when we're making it better for the healthcare system, Kenny will be there debating. He ain't gonna be holding a grudge and say, oh, I'm not going nowhere. Kenny will be there in cabinet. So comrades, there is a saying that every man, and not just every man and woman has a right to decide his destiny. Every man and woman. But comrades, the way that this government is dealing with us, it seems like our destiny is doomed. It seems like our destiny is doomed. Never before people have been through so much stress. Never before people have been through so much heartache, so much frustration, can't get a job, can't get proper health services. And yet the government is not there to assist you. That is why we are facing an election today. And on election day, you must clearly decide your own destiny by voting unanimously for Labour government. We are facing an election where we will bring an end to the terror, bring an end to the misguided leadership of Timothy Harris. And we must close the book at the end and say 2 words. The end. The end. There is no more of that at the end. And we must get rid of Harris and all those failed representatives that we had before. So now, after the government mash-up, out of desperation, they're bringing all kind of people from all kind of angle to say, vote for he, vote for that. When they wasted 7 years to try to bring people to represent you. 7 years down the drain that you can't get back. That is wrong. But comrades, the Labour Party has demonstrated its strength and political will over 90 years. Oh, and what a victory it would be to bring in the elections and the government on the 90th anniversary of the government. What a victory will be for the Labour Party. So comrades, you have to go out and unanimously vote in the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party into office. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever. The government has failed and failed miserably. So I say again to you, do not give them an excuse because none is merited. Give them the blame because the blame is warranted. But we must fix our government. And on election day, go out and vote unanimously for the Labour Party. Go out in number 1 and vote for the gentle giant in the Honorable Jeffrey Henley. Go out in number 2 and vote for yours, the lovely lady, Honorable Marsha. In number 3, where we will jump in again after the crown has come back. After the crown has come back to the king, we will be jumping again in number 3. As we were in halfway tree last week, number 4 is just lit. Look at the man. Look at his smile for them. In number 4 is someone for sure in number 4. In number 6, that's why we say the right honorable. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. The right honorable Dr. Douglas will be returned to office easily. Easily. And people like new things. People like new things. And we have the newest one. The next Prime Minister, the new one. The one who cares about you. The one who will transform St. Kitts-Nevis for you. The caring Dr. Terence Joe. But we're in Sunny Point tonight. I can't say it in Spanish. If I say it in Spanish, I'm going to say Kenny. If I say it in English, I'm going to say Kenny. If I say it in French, I'm going to say Kenny. If I say it in Jamaican, they're going to say Brother Kenny. Understand that you have a man who is capable, who is willing, who wants to lead number 5 to a better place. And he go in cabinet. Whenever we say come cabinet, Kenny come in cabinet. So I ask you to give your support. When on election day you see the hand next to Kenny's name, vote for the hand. And the hand shall in turn support you. So comrades, you ready? You ready? Oh Lord, I love these people tonight. Comrades, I'm tired. I just come from canvassing. But tell them me now gonna wear. No care how much letter they send me now gonna wear. Thank you, comrades. Love you. Good night.
Nelson is on fire. And if it's one thing we have to remember as Kittitians and divisions, is that we must say no to team unity. Say no. Because team unity by any constellation, any combination, is the same set of people. Same bag of tricks, same pot of gimmicks. And we're going to say no to them come election. Ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker is from constituency number 1, the Honorable Jeffrey. All right, hold on. We have a change here. We're going to go with number 3 first. And we're going to bring on none other than the King, Conrad.
Back again. Jump, 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 jump. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who meet me on the street and say the same thing. That for years now they're anxiously waiting to hear a little something from the King. From little children to teacher, musician to blogger to Christian on Sunday morning. From Tivana to Julie, I t-shirt to Sherry, me fans and pleading to me. They said 10,000 patriots in St. Kitts-Nevis can't be wrong. Can we no time no home when we say they voting parties in this next election. I have the magic to make you jump again. And with all the stressing of the world, we need good music. I want to hear you start the boys. Every one of them must hear you. Everybody, demand for number 3. But sing a song for me. Come when you hit the stage, I'll be jumping up again and bring back your melody. To a as you speak. So hey, I'm gonna be jumping up again. Everybody now, let me see you. Jump, 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 jump. Jumping up again. Comrades, who could have... Good night, comrades. I can't hear you. Good night, comrades. You ready? You ready? You ready? Voting finger, raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting. Alright, me and my neighbor. Voting for neighbor. Me and my neighbor. Voting for neighbor. Somebody say, oh, we voting the comrade back. You said the voting Congress back. They said the voting Congress back. Let me number 3 myself. Let me number 3 myself. Let me number 3 myself. St.Kitts, you ready? Yes, we ready now. St.Kitts, you ready? Yes, we ready now. Lie down here, boy. Lie. Yes, we ready now. Nevis, you ready? Let me go. Unstoppable. Keep labor, they can't keep labor down. And when we reach will stay, Alata, dust goes. Yeah, we saw but we tell and we go turn up the place. Let me see you, unstoppable. When we move guys, and let the whole world up again. They can't keep countries down. Your life tonight. You're warm tonight. Because somebody report to me that somebody saying they got more crowns than me. You hear about that? Somebody saying they got more crowns than me.
Well. What fun trouble in the place?
They must learn to never, ever wake a sleeping tiger. Comrades, I hear that there are now 3 in 3. There are now 3 in 3. But over the past weeks there, when all the things were talking on social media, I got a call from a constituent when all was going on. And they asked me, Conways, you ever lift up a full tin of Milo? How we feel? I said, light. A full, no matter how much Milo in the tin, it always feel light. That's all I'm going to say for now. Sometimes you go pick up the tin and you strain yourself. But comrades, I want to tell you here in Sandy Point that the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party is ready to serve. We are ready to serve. We have taken our time over the last couple of years to ready ourselves to serve you, the good people of St.Kitts-Nevis. And in particular, the good people here in constituency number 5, who will deliver one of the greatest David and Goliath stories come this election. Because on election morning, on the day after election, there will be a new representative for constituency number 5. Kenneth David Douglas. And so we have readied ourselves to serve. Labour has delivered before. There is no question about that. Everywhere you look around this country,
you can see the stamp of labor. Because we know what we're doing. And we have delivered before, and we will deliver again.
We know how we do it. Can't stop it. We know how we do
Every major progressive move in this country has been delivered by the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. When we look at our social security, and we do that. When we look at that, we can have high school for every child in this country. Is Labour do that? When you talk about university scholarships to ensure that the masses could educate themselves and move out of poverty into the middle class, is Labour do that? When we talk about land and houses for our people who had to live in the gut size of this country, when Labour made it a point to make sure that the lands of St. Kitts fell and were put in the hands of the ordinary people of this country, the government of this country, Labour afforded us to build close to 5,000 houses in the 20 years that we were there before. Because our interest is about how we are going to empower people. And we will deliver again. But we will even deliver better. So now, we are not just going to build houses alone for the working class masses. We will also now upgrade so that maybe you have gone to study, have a good job, but you're paying for your student loan, you're paying for a car note, maybe a small business. We are saying that we now have to build homes for the middle class of this country. Maybe you can build it with an apartment in it, such that when we expand the university stock in St. Kitts, students can come here and rent in your apartment to help you pay off your mortgage. We will make it better. We have done it before, we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it better. We have proven time and time again that our service is on behalf of the people. That is why since 1952, when we had adult suffrage, the majority of years has been served by the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party in government, because the people have always realized that labor is first for the people. And we will do it again. We will make it better. When we talk about good governance, those people on the other side just make a song and dance about it. They have had 7 years, and they have refused to activate the integrity in public life legislation that was passed by the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. But we didn't just stop there as a party. We did it internally and established a code of ethical conduct such that all candidates who become candidates must know that they will be marked and that they will be accountable to not only the people within the party, but the people of the country. We have set the example which we will carry into government. We have done it before, and we will come now and do it better. Comrades, we are trying to keep our time limits good. So when we get to number 3, I will have a bit more to say, which will be soon. But what I want to say, though, is that in number 3, we have a representative who has her priorities all mixed up. You, the people of constituency number 3, you are not the priority of Akila Nisbet. You have not been the priority since she won in 2020, or since she became a senator with the government in 2016. Ask the youngsters in West Farm and Boyd's. She did not make a priority the fact that your lands in Boyd's Hills, above Boyd's, are being taken away and you can't use it. She does not have you as a priority for that. For the young men in camps who time and time again presented themselves to the representative to say, we are ready to work. We have brought you a group. Give us the work to do. You were not a priority. When it came to staffing the Ministry of Entertainment, those who rallied with her and who had experience in the field, you were not her priority, so she didn't look back on you. When it is, they were building a little amount of houses that they built in this government, I saw a breakdown of how many houses were built in each constituency. And you know which two constituencies are at the bottom of the list? Constituency number 3 and constituency number 6. You were not a priority of Akila in this government. But you know what was her priority? To become the Minister of Health, such that the MRI money can stay within the family. You know what is her priority? To make her henchmen or henchman, whether it's in years or weeks or days, I don't know which one, could get a contract for 2 years to be the director of the Ministry of Entertainment without one bit of experience in entertainment, without one piece of qualification in entertainment, and going to pay him $7,000 a month and give him a 2-year contract when they feel that they're going to lose the government. That is their priority. You are not their priority. When you have been calling her and she changed her number or can answer, you are not her priority. As I walk through the constituency, the complaints are so many that they are so absolutely disappointed in Akila Nisbet. And when you are disappointed in your representative who has been in government, who's supposed to be able to deliver for you, you have to say goodbye. And so the constituents of constituency number 3 have said that they're ready to say goodbye. But I will say more when we get to constituency number 3. But right now we are in constituency number 5. And I want to take this opportunity to encourage every single member of this community, this constituency, to give a hard look at Kenny Douglas. He did not become a politician for fame. He did not become a politician to do anything for himself. Ever since I'm a small boy, trying me little thing to play cricket, and I come down here right on the field down here, and Steady was praying tonight? Steady was trying to bowl me out, and so since then, I know Kenny has been an integral part of this Sandy Point community. Everywhere I go, even in my own constituency, I meet a lot of young people who have fell under the tutorship of Kenny Douglas through his teaching at high school. And so I want you to give a hard look at Kenny to realize that he has always been a man of the people. And I want to say in closing to the country and to number 5 that we understand that you had given this unity idea a chance. You had said, let me try a thing. But it has failed. And at this point in time, in order to secure the future of our country, we need to elect a stable government. And the only party that offers stability and certainty for this country to go is the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Right now, when investors are looking places to invest in the world, they are not looking at St. Kitts and Nevis because they are saying we are unstable. In fact, when Timothy decided to dissolve the House, or when it is he went and responded, he made it a point to try and say that the government is stable. Because he knows that there is no confidence whatsoever in the government at this point. And I want to go further and say that if we don't choose to elect the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party as a solid, firm option, it will have to be some mix-up story that put together. That will not be in the best interest of our people. People will not want to invest among that uncertainty because it will be the same players just jostled around. And in a short moment, it can tumble apart again. And so I ask you in Sandy Point and across this federation to elect the members, the representatives of the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party so that we can get a government that will work for you, that will invite investors in, that people will feel confident coming to our country once more. I want to encourage those who might not have supported us in the past, especially in my constituency, those who may have traditionally supported PAM. I am saying that PAM has not been present in the constituency for 12 years at least. Labour has always been there. And we give a commitment that we will be serving all people. And so, without taking up too much more time, because this is Kenny's night, I want to encourage you to ensure that you give Kenny a chance in government. He will not disappoint you. He will perform. I have no doubt about that. So are you ready? Are you ready? Sandy Point, are you ready? Make sure to vote Kenny when election day come. Thank you. God bless you. I love you.
Yeah, man. Oh, definitely. Well, I think you got a church boy for that. Well, the breakaway faction of Team Unity has told us for years how Harris was the best thing for St. Kitts-Nevis since Annie Jones' bread. But it's lie them a tell. Lie they were telling. Is lie they told. Lie after lie. And they still want to lie. They hid the truth from everybody for 6 years. And want us now to believe that what they are saying is the truth. Sean Richards actually hold up a Bible and swear on the Bible and he know he will lie. After 7 years of keeping none of his promises, Sean Richards and Pam are back with the same old gimmick, same old trick about their intent to keep promises that they made back in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, we know this is 2022. If you don't keep them in 7 years, then I'll keep them again. And I know for sure that the people of Sandy Point and the people of St. Kitts-Nevis will not fall for their tricks and will not fall for their lies. Especially Sean's dung pan of gimmicks and his cemetery of tricks. It's promise after promise made to get elected, led by the son of Lucifer, Timothy Harris. That man is wicked, vindictive, and evil. And St. Kitts-Nevis have had enough of Timothy and Sean Richards because the two of them are the same, cut from the same cloth, come from the same father, Lucifer. The other day, Sean Richards said, and I had to laugh because Sean Richards said, one thing is for certain after the next election, and that is Timothy will not be Prime Minister. But one thing he forgot was to look in the mirror and say to himself, he too will never be Prime Minister in St. Kitts-Nevis. Ladies and gentlemen.
Just as sure as the sun will rise, this government must fall. The handwriting is on the wall.
Yes, I tell you, it's time for you to hear from lawyer Miss Marsha Henderson of constituency number 2, and she for sure is going to give that little boy Janelle Powell licks.
She's just a girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway.
Massive. Clyde, Cutie, Yvonne, Central is in the house. We love you too. I love you too. Comrades, tonight we in Central Bastia are here to support Comrade Kenny, because just like after the next election, I will be going to Parliament. Comrade Kenny will be going to Parliament as well. Sandy Point, we have to send Kenny to Parliament. Together, comrades, we will form the next government. Together, comrades, we will put the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party back into government in our rightful place down Church Street. Sandy Point, you with me? Central Bastia, you with me? You see, comrades, this election is not going to be an easy one. It is going to be like no other. So, comrades, we have to remain alert. We got to be smart and we got to be ready. Sandy Point, you're going to have to show up and show out. Sandy Point, you're going to have to show Sean the door. Make sure, Sandy Point, to show up on election day and put Comrade Kenny into government.
Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting.
Comrades, a lot of people have asked, Marsha, why politics? Why you leave your office and gone over into politics? Well, I have a simple answer, comrades. But let me tell you a story first.
You see, I was not born with a gold spoon in my mouth, like the saying goes. In fact, I grew up in the McKnight community, in Market Street, and down in McKnight. You know, in McKnight, things were not always easy, or even in Market Street. Opportunities for working class people's children like me, poor people's children, were few and far in between. But you know what, comrades? My mother always did the best that she had to do for me. But comrades, my success story is not just my story. In fact, my success story is a Central Bastia success story. There were many people from the communities in Central Bastia who supported me and encouraged me. People like Jerome up in Market Street, Tubal down in McKnight, Cynthia up in Greenland. You see, comrades, I consider myself to be very lucky because against all the odds coming from where I came from, here I am today, a lawyer with my own business. Many people, comrades, helped me along the way, and for that I cannot be ungrateful. You know the saying, ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. And so, comrades, I could never be ungrateful to the people of Central Bastia. You see, I told you my story because I want you to know where I come from and who I am. I am not one of those persons who, when you get to the top of the ladder, you kick down the ladder. I strongly believe, comrades, that any fortune that God has given me must be shared with my fellow human beings. And comrades, that is why I decided to go into politics. As a lawyer, comrades, too often I have seen the despair and hopelessness on the faces of my people. People who are homeless, people who are going to jail because they can't afford to pay a small bill. Comrades, it breaks my heart. And that is why I have made it my duty to give back to the community that I love, the community that has molded me and made me into who I am, the community of Central Bastia. And for Central Bastia, comrades, I will be their voice. I will be the voice for the voiceless. I will help and make sure that those who are shelterless find homes. Comrades, I will make sure in Central Bastia that persons don't remain hungry. We will comfort the disabled, support our elderly in Central Bastia, and bring hope and empowerment, comrades, to the less unfortunate amongst us in Central Bastia. You know, comrades, as I canvass the constituency on a daily basis, I can't help but see the despair and hopelessness in the eyes of so many persons, so many residents, comrades, who face the hardships of life. It makes me sad to see young, bright people, comrades, living on the road in Central Bastia, having nowhere to live. As you know, comrades, a lot of our people have lost their jobs as a result of the pandemic. Some of you, comrades, are still without jobs, and it's been 2 years. No, those things can't be right. That can't be right, comrade. Our people in Central Bastia as well, comrade, continue to suffer terribly from the lack of access to health care. A constituent complained to me sometime earlier this week when we were canvassing that they went to the hospital and they couldn't even get basic health care. They couldn't have, the hospital didn't have medication, comrades. And despite all the suffering, comrades, what is the present government, or whatever it is, what is the government doing, comrades? Absolutely nothing about this very shameless situation. And comrades, have you ever wondered why they can't provide jobs? Why this government can't provide housing? And why the government can't provide proper health care for our people? Why, comrades? It is because, other than being here, they are busy spending the money that should be spent on our people on enriching themselves. Yes, comrades. Almost every day, comrades, you see them on Facebook cussing out one another about who thief the most money. They mash up, comrades, because one big argument over who get the most money out of the treasury. You know the saying? Thief never like to see thief with long bag.
Thief never love to see thief with long bag. No love for the people who are suffering bad. And now they go to the poor, may God help the soul.
Yes, comrades, the whole big mashup is because they're all of them abusing each other about who get the most money. Money, comrades, to put in their pockets, money to put in their families' pockets, and money to put in their friends' pockets. But what about you, comrades? They don't care about us. They don't care about you, comrades. They are only in this for themselves. And that is why I tell you, comrades, when they come to you, tell them, hell no, they got to go. Comrades, it don't matter how much they huff and puff. Tell them enough is enough. Sandy Point, you had enough? What about Central Bastille, you had enough? Labor Massive, you had enough? And so, comrades, a new light is coming because we've had enough. A new day and a better way with the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Comrades, in a new Labour government, I will be advocating for affordable housing for the good constituents of Central Bastille. Just the other day then, comrades, while we were canvassing in McKnight, a lady told us that she was desperately looking for a house. She met the landlord and asked the landlord, well, how much is the rent? The landlord said, $900. When you look, she said $900. The landlord told her $900 US. That is the problem we are facing in this country, comrades. Our people can't afford them high rent. Ordinary people can't afford them kind of things, comrade. And so tonight I pledge to the people of Central Bastille that I, Marsha Tamika Henderson, will make sure that our people in Central Bastille will have affordable housing. Comrades, our comrade leader, Dr. Drew, has already told you about his plans to revolutionize healthcare in our country. And I look forward, comrades, to that day in a Labour cabinet when that will become the reality. First-class healthcare for all of us, all of you, that is what we deserve. And that is what the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will bring to this country. Now, comrades, the integrity in public life legislation, that is something our party will make sure comes to fruition. You see, once that is in place, comrades, the country's resources are no longer going to be used to line corrupt politicians' pockets, but to provide real people, our people, with real development. So with a new Labour administration, comrades, investors will return to St. Kitts, and we long to see that. We will see new developments and incentives for small and medium-sized businesses. The McKnight community will be redeveloped as part of Labour's overall plan for urban development. And comrades, you know what this will do for us? Do you know, comrades? It will provide jobs. Jobs and more jobs. Now, this is what we will do for the good people of Central Bastille. And so, comrades, I ask you to vote for me in Central Bastille, because a vote for me is a vote for you. And I ask you as well, comrades, to consider my colleagues on the platform behind me on election day. Put us all back into government. All 8 comrades. Vote for Comrade Conris in number 3. Main going in order. But vote for Comrade Jeffrey in number 1. And in number 8, our competent comrade leader. We're voting for Dr. Drew. In number 4, the man Samuel. We're voting for Samuel in number 4. In number 7, the handsome man Kenny. Leon. In number 7 is the handsome man Leon Nassau. In number 5 is SP, where the best me. We're voting for Comrade Kenny. Thank you, comrades. And in number 6, our former leader, Dr. Denzel Douglas. So comrades, let me hear you. Let me hear you, comrades. Thank you very much. Good night, and I love you.
I tell you. Who you voting for? Who you voting for? I tell you, sweet like sugar, hot like fire, and ready and red. You know, earlier today, right? I listened to John L. in his boring fashion saying how Pam will return a win in number 3, like they did in 2020. But I lie them a tell. Pam has never won constituency number 3. And then I heard my friend Milo saying that Conris is from Trafalgar. Like as if Trafalgar is the only part of constituency number 3. I wanted to know what kind of craziness the man talk. But you see, Pam is known for lies, deceptions, and tricks. And so they will say anything in order to get elected. This time around, Conris Maynard is going to whip Akila, who is lazy and don't know what she's doing, and he is going to lick my friend, the Milo Pan. He's dead, never dead, never again. The people of St. Kitts-Nevis and the people of Sandy Point will not fall for Pam and PLP fakeness and their so-called new team unity. Who believe that they... Wait. Let me slow down here. Who believe that these greedy, corrupt set of politicians who once made love to each other, because that is exactly what Lindsey Graham said they were doing. They were married couples in a disagreement. Well, since they were in bed together and they decide to split, don't you think that the same reasons why they split is the same reasons they're going to put on you? But if a man divorces a woman because she cheating, don't you think she's going to continue cheating? the woman divorced the man because you bang her up, don't you think he gonna bang up the next one? So what the hell are you want to do with team unity? Nothing. Team Fire 6. The governor revoked the appointment. But on election day, we are going to fire every one of them. Labor massive. What are we going to do? Fire all of them. Because it's the same old crooks, greedy, corrupt, and deceitful bunch with the same extra, no, with some extra hands, at least 2. Extra hands. Trying to hoodwink you and me into following them under a fake so-called real team unity for a 3rd time. But I know for sure you ain't gonna fall for that, right? Oh, you ain't gonna fall for that? So what are you gonna do?
Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger.
Definitely. Right now we're gonna bring the man from the east, the conqueror. He'll whip Patches, and he gonna whip Shani, and whoever else PLP put up. Jeffrey Hanley, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley.
With you I can't lose, I'm forever number 1. I am a winner. I am a winner. Hey, yeah. Put on the whole armor of God. Nothing can stop me 'cause I'm stronger than before. I am a winner. Let me hear the winner say, I am a winner. Put your hand like this, say, I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. It says this, I'm always victorious, I'm not fighting alone. God's got my back and he won't let me fall. I am a winner. I'm a winner. Everybody say I'm a winner.
Comrades of Labour, good night. Comrades of Labour, good night. You hear Marsha tonight, comrade? You hear our queen tonight? Comrades, I am happy to be here in Sandy Point. I am happy to be here with my brother, Kenny, lending my support to our new Honorable Kenny Douglas, who will join the others in government. I greet all of those who are listening via the various platforms. To all of my warriors in the diaspora, I say to you, good night. To the warriors of the East who are here with me, I say good night, Shirley. Countess, I see you. Blossom, you're here. Vanessa, you're here. Clea, you're here. Miss Johnson, you're here. Well, what a massive crowd with us tonight. You are here tonight associating with the real party, the only political party, the oldest political party in the region, and that is the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, and we are not going to mix it up. And I said to you in the earlies, when you are voting you are voting for the hand. You don't look for nothing else, comrades, only the hand. And just as a way of housekeeping, many of you have been calling, saying that you can't find your name on the voters list. The list that is online is not a current list. You know I'm working for everybody. So I went into the electoral office this morning and I said to them that we cannot mislead the people, and I need a website that I can inform people where they can find the real list. I called the persons who had up the old list, and I said to them, you need to take it down or put up a disclaimer saying that this is not an updated list. Tonight, comrades, I say to you here in Sandy Point and to those in the diaspora, you check www.legal.gov.kn. We are going to send it out so your relatives overseas can check their names. Don't you be scared. They cannot mess with the voters list. Our eyes are on them. Comrades, this country is crying out for real leadership, honest leadership, and we are going to deliver that whenever the next elections are called, comrades. Comrades, you heard Comrade Marshall talking about the thieving. But remember, we call them thief, you know. It's them calling themselves thief. I never see so much big figures in all my life. They're accusing one another of going with. Comrades, I don't want you to take this matter lightly. This is a serious matter. Comrades, because of their thieving, that is why there is no money available to equip our young children with laptops. Comrades, it's because of their corrupt behavior. Why is it we still don't have a Bastille High School? You remember the song and dance? You remember the song and dance about the new Bastille High School? And all I simply said at that time in 2000, I will deliver the Bastille High School to St. Kitts. And look how God has turned it around. Comrades, it's because of the misappropriation. That is why we have a situation here with the problem with young people not being able to find the appropriate jobs, comrades. Comrades, it's because of the thieving and the incompetence. That is why our health care is at its worst. Comrades, you're hearing these stories over and over and over again. You're hearing them every time we come. You're seeing them on the social media. Comrades, that is enough to get rid of not only a killer, but all of them. Comrades, got to go. And comrades, because they are so busy thieving, that is why they don't have any time for good governance and integrity in public office. They made that a song and dance. Maybe it was the scripture reading in 2015, how they were going to change this and change that, and nada, nothing, comrades. A bunch of incompetent people. Comrades, but what is sad about all of this, while they are busy lining their pockets with millions, buying condos and vehicles and all sorts of things, we continue to suffer in this country. Many of you have not worked from since 2020. Many of you don't even know where your next meal was coming from. Comrades, while canvassing, a lady said to me, Mr. Hanley, it was so bad. I did some ungodly things with my body to survive, to feed my children. Why should we have our people in that state when you continue to boast about surplus after surplus after surplus? They don't care about our people. You remember they had the campaign going around, no job, no job. Persons lost their jobs. Up to now, some of them haven't even received $10. Nothing they've been hearing but run around from the Ministry of Labor. Comrades, do you think that is right? Do you think that is fair? Well, if it's not fair, comrades, you are going to be given an opportunity whenever he gets that courage to ring the bell and set the date. We are going to send all of them home, because we're going to say to them, no job, no vote. No job, no vote. Comrades, it is a painful time in this country. And I continue to ask you to be vigilant. Continue to support the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. The real deal, the real party, comrades. That is the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Well, I just seen all the young people rush down here. Good night, young Labour from the East. Good night. Comrades, in a meeting before, I was referring to them as bandits because that is what I heard people calling them. But lo and behold, somebody sent me a clip, and I hear the leader calling them a set of vagabonds, a set of vagabonds. Well, if you're hearing it from the horse's mouth, why you want to even think about putting your X to the name of a vagabond? I say we're not voting for no vagabonds in St. Kitts. We are voting for decent candidates that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party is offering to this federation, comrades.
Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger.
Comrades, it's a new day and a better way with Labour. Comrades, it's a new day and a better way with Labour. Just imagine, after 7 long years, you're just hearing some of them. Well, civil servants are not being treated well, and we are going to fix it. Fix it when? How could you fix it when one of your ministers fully well know that someone was not qualified or is not qualified and could sign off on that salary more than a doctor? Well, the nurses and the medical team, you have an obligation whenever the elections are called. Akila cannot be returned. All of them must go. I agree with you. All of them must go. Abba no better than Saba. I've been saying it all the time. Abba no better than Saba. They can't give you no instructions. No, because they say they weren't working. They say they ain't went and they ain't show up. So what is it they're going to come to you and tell you at this time? Comrades, I said to you, this is an election like no other. I said to you again tonight in Sandy Point, because prophetically there will be a shift in Sandy Point. I said to you, comrades, I don't want no mix-up. We are asking you, not that we are greedy, but we are mindful of what can happen again. We are asking you to consider all 8 of the candidates we are presenting to you, the people of St. Kitts, and give us that opportunity to serve you. Comrades, it's a new day and a better way that is coming with labor. These are serious times, and we cannot take anything for granted. Comrades, we got to do the work. The victory will not be a gift wrapped in a nice box with a nice red bow. We have to knock the doors. We have to grab our children and our neighbors wherever we are going. And on that day, we have to ensure that all of them go and vote for the hand. Put the X to the hand. Comrades, with all what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis, can you trust them, comrades, again? Can you take a chance with an experiment that the world is laughing after us? Are you going to do that, comrades? I say to you, we say to them, never again. Comrades, it's a new day and a better way when it comes to education. You have heard me spoke about upgrading CFBC to a university. We will do it. And not only would we do that, but we are going to ensure that student interest rate on loans must be lower than 9% or 10%. You can count on labor to deliver that to you, because you as parents and adults would be able to save money. Labor is serious about education. I am serious about education. I mean better education for better people and a better nation. We are going to present to this country new child-friendly curriculum. Laptops and the REACH program will return. We are going to have an inclusive approach to early childhood. Those persons who are occupying or running their private daycares, you will have a seat at the table when we get in to government. You don't have to worry about anything. I am excited about education. Just imagine a national after-school program for our children. school maintenance department. No longer would we be waiting on public works. We are going to have our own tradesmen and women in the Ministry of Education, fixing and repairing our schools. I trained a lot of them under the PEP program. Everything I did at the Bronte Welch was done by PEP workers. They were trained, so they have the skill. We have to utilize our young people. Comrades, I ask you, are you ready to stick with labor? Labor can restore justice, fairness, and good governance in this country. Labor is the only party that cares for all of the people in this constituency and the entire country. Comrades, you have seen my Good Morning East Marcia programs. I'm getting calls left, right, and center. Today I was in Frigate Bay, and the love I receive from the people over there, they have already sent the signal. East Marcia is not for sale. Many are referring to me as a man of actions. They say some of the representatives can't even get nothing done, but I do in all sorts of things. Well, you know I am a man of prayer. So when I call on Daddy Jesus, he pushed down everything. Any barrier must come down. So comrades, I ask you, are you ready to jump on the labor chain that is going around the island? In number 2, we are pulling on Marshall on the train. Are you hopping on with Marshall? In number 3, I say to you, constituency number 3, hop on, hop on, hop on. In number 4, they already told me that they're rolling. The train is in number 4. Some are for sure in number 4. And in number 5, Kenny's on the train. Jump on. In number 6, our distinguished former leader and Prime Minister. Number 6, are you jumping on the train? It is in number 6. And in number 7, look at the red train. Look at the wave. Look at the flags. We're going down in 7. Everybody, we're jumping on in number 7 with NATO. And in number 8, we have the train driver, the one that will take us to government headquarters on Church Street. The next Prime Minister, our leader, Dr. Terence True. Comrades, East Marcia, I love you. The train, the victory train. Jump on board the victory train. May God continue to cover us.
Time for we stand up and shine bright.
Hey, that was a sweet one. Give him a round of applause. I tell you. Lord. Hey, listen. They tell me only about 7 vehicles up at some meeting or town hall that the PAM got. But you know what happened? We not care. Because look pan people. Team Unity mashup because of their own personal greed. And Pam out here talking about real team unity to come. But who they think they fooling? Who they think they fooling? Definitely not me, and I don't think they're fooling you, right? The only united team out of all the parties in St. Kitts, right here. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Because only the red machine can stay united. The rest of them, dead. I tell you, I try to listen to them sometime, and all I'm hearing is the same old rhetoric, the same empty promises, promise after promise. And Sean Richards love gimmicks and tricks, and nobody in Sandy Point is going to accept his tricks next time around. Because right now he is on a mission of deception. Made promises in 2015. Where is the livable wage that they promised? You get it? Anybody get it? No livable wage. Did you get your fair share? You know why? Because all of them vindictive. And because you support Labour, nothing for you. That is why we're going to vote them out. And all of you who voted for him the last time, he ain't going to become Prime Minister. He will not win a seat. Come back home. Come back home and vote Labour. Sean, I ain't going there, but Sean Richards and Timothy Harris are political Siamese twins. That is why they know each other so well. They look in the mirror and they see one another. When Timothy stand up, he sees Sean. I don't know if you realize how small he get in. Since them man decide to bail on him, and whichever one, he done taking it on, and he getting smart. He's shrinking. And no amount of dress up that Sean do to look prime ministerial ain't gonna work, because we ain't voting for Sean. The two of them are the same as I told you earlier. They're power hungry alike, they're vindictive alike, they're greedy alike, they have the same aspirations, same desires. We have the good town of Sandy Point. We ain't going to tolerate Sean Richards for much longer. Sean Richards is on his way out of office, and he will not become the dictator like his Siamese brother, Timothy. But that's what I just said. You know, we nothing, you know, come nothing. Just like the people of St. Kitts-Nevis will reject PLP and a third term of Timothy, we will reject Pam, and we will reject Sean Richards. There will be no writing of the first chapter of Sean Richards as Prime Minister in our beloved country. And if you love St. Kitts-Nevis, let me hear you say, no way! No way! Lindsey Grant is in for a rude awakening from our next speaker from constituency number 4. Summer Huggins! Come to the podium.
The top so long, them why you fall off. Them still enjoy my name, they want to scratch off. Samuel Duggins we a vote for. Can't lose in another way you ban for. I try to pull you down. But some man doggies get stronger. When you didn't lose everybody, you laugh at. When you fish, I go tell them say you're faster. Unstoppable. Who don't see we are flappable. You want to say we now make it well a whole come. I've been through the fire and flames and some have been through the cash at all. I've been through the storm and the rain and labor people I get a door. Unstoppable. Who don't see we are flappable. You want to say we now make it well a whole come. I've been through the fire and flames and some have been through the cash at all. I've been through the storm and the rain and labor people I get a door. Time to go down in a number 4 with some and labor party. From Challenge to straight down to New Guinea. Some man looking for the right one for we.
Unstoppable labor comrades! Unstoppable labor women! Where's my unstoppable labor youth? What about the unstoppable comrades from constituency number 5? And we know, where are my people from constituency number 4? Let me hear the roar from number 4. Comrades, comrades. And they asking for constituency number 2. Comrades, comrades, comrades. Good night, good night, good night. They say SP is where the best be. But tonight, I know who the best be for SP. And it's none other than Comrade Kenny. Let me hear you make some noise for Comrade Kenny. SP tonight, I bring greetings from the bright stars in the west. I bring greetings from the good people of constituency number 4. The good people of Challengers, Stone Fort, Old Road, Birchers, Middle Island, Lamberts, Conyers, Half a Tree, Godwin Gut, and New Guinea. I bring greetings from my people where we are focused on implementing transformational leadership. And comrades, we are focused on providing opportunities for all. Opportunities for you here in number 5. Opportunities for constituency number 4. And opportunities for the entire Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Unstoppable. Who don't see we are flappable. You want to say we now make it well a whole come.
But comrades, to make this happen, we would need your support. To make sure that this happens, we need you to go out and register. And on election day, we need you to go out and vote for a new day and a better way on the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party government. Comrades, you are in good hands with Labour. You are better with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. So tonight, we join Ambassador Kenny Douglas here in SP, where the best be, to bring a message of hope and a message of real action. Comrades, I think we could all agree that this current government has failed. And our people are suffering at the hands of this government. Far too many of our people are unemployed. This government has our people suffering. It hurts me to see so many of our people who cannot afford to pay their basic bills. This government has our people suffering. And as I visit the homes of my constituency number 4, it breaks my heart to see families who cannot afford to put food on their table. Why are they allowing our people to suffer? Comrades, this government has failed, and that is clear because in less than 2 years, here we are headed back to the polls again. You have no other reason to know that they have failed because that should have been a 5-year mandate, and now in less than 2 years, they tell us we cannot take the ball all the way home. They have failed. So I want you to know, comrades, I want you to know that you here in number 5 deserve better. And I want you to know in number 5 who you deserve. Ambassador Kenny Douglas in number 5. St. Kitts-Nevis, I need you to know that you deserve a St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. You deserve better. And we are here to introduce a new day and a better way with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party.
Better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same.
Better days are coming. So your choice in this election is clear. The choice is to choose a new day and a better way, comrades. Your choice is to elect all 8 Labour Party candidates all across this country. And in number 5, you have one choice in number 5. And that choice is our good comrade, Ambassador Kenny Douglas. Comrades, your vote in this election presents a chance for bigger and better opportunities. And I know, just like in Constituency 4, there are many small businesses in Constituency 5. So your vote for Comrade Kenny is a vote for the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party to provide big opportunities to all small businesses. Constituency number 5. Your vote for Comrade Kenny is a vote for small business owners to access low-interest loans that will provide a jump start and position these businesses for success. So who you voting for, comrades? Who you voting for, comrades? Who you voting for, comrades?
Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting finger. Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting.
Yes, comrades, we're voting for Labour. Because we know there are a lot of contractors, plumbers, mechanics, farmers and fishermen who need this type of support and injection because they are hurting. We know the pandemic was not nice. It was not friendly at all. So we stand ready, correct, to transform our country and get our people back up and working again. And I stand ready to provide the required leadership. And as a minister of government, right after this next general election, I will follow through with this mandate and follow through with the implementation of this plan, because I know when we help small businesses, you will in turn help your communities.
Unstoppable. Who don't see we are flappable? You want to say we now make it well a home.
Comrades, your St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will also provide big opportunities for our creative and entertainment sector.
Now, if any of you know, I have spent my life in entertainment. At age 16, I performed on the St.Kitts Music Festival. And every single artist in this country would probably have a story to tell as to what efforts have been made for their own development. And they will tell their stories in due time. But comrades, I want us to know, because people think entertainment is a frivolous industry. And you are wrong, wrong, wrong. Because the entertainment sector is what fuels so much of our economy. Think about it. Whenever an event is mentioned, then you have store owners benefiting, hair shops benefiting, nail shops benefiting, shipping companies benefiting, makeup artists benefiting, photographers benefiting, graphic artists benefiting, print shops benefiting, food and drink suppliers benefiting. And I could go on and on and on. So we must seek to develop in every constituency an economic space that provides and promotes community-based businesses and also hosts artists, DJs, and performers.
Unstoppable. Who don't see we unflappable? You want to say we now make it well a whole I've been through the fire and flames and some have been through the cachato. I've been through the storm and the rain and labor people I get a door.
And comrades, I am not just talking it. Already in Old Road, we have begun testing the waters with the Old Road economic strip. And that is gaining a lot of traction. So tonight, I want to extend an invitation to all of you to come over tomorrow, Friday, right after the opening of my office, and enjoy the Old Road economic strip and visit all the shops and restaurants along the main street in Old Road and Station Street while you enjoy the entertainment provided by our local DJs and our local performers. And this is what we're talking about, developing our entertainment sector step by step, brick by brick, right now, and not just waiting until we get into government. And when we get into government, we have much bigger, better plans coming. We have DJ Bubbles coming out of Old Road. We have DJ TNO as well. And we have the Upset Squad coming right out of Constituency 4 tomorrow at the end of the ceremony. But before I leave tonight, I have to touch on one of my main loves and passion. Because we stand ready to provide a big opportunity in the sector of agriculture. That's right. So to all my farmers and fishers, we stand ready to provide transformational development in the industry of agriculture. Because we are at the point now where we as a country should no longer be fighting to just feed ourselves, but be also on the path to feed in the Eastern Caribbean, because we have everything in place to do that.
I think some are done. Let me hear you roar. In number 4. In number 4. In Charlie Joyce. In number 3. In the Island.
Yes, comrades, we have everything in place to do that, including the fact that I also know exactly how to do that. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Because we understand that we have the sunlight, so green energy will be a major factor. We understand that we can recycle our natural resources to provide fertilizer. We understand by introducing new and improved techniques, we can increase our yield. And we understand by harvesting our rainwater, we will find mechanisms to irrigate our fields. I have the plan to do it.
We know how we do it. Can't stop it. We know how we do it.
And I know it will be done because I will ensure that it is done. I know it will be done because I have the plan to get it done. So comrades, get on board the labor train. Get on board the Labor Express. And we continue to encourage you to support all 8 candidates right here on the labor train, working with one purpose, and that is to deliver a new day and a better way with labor. Come election day, let your choice be registered and vote in constituency number 1 for the shepherd, the man you just heard, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley. And in number 2, we voting for who? We voting for who? In number 2, we voting for our defender, the hot girl, Marsha. You heard it tonight? On fire. On fire. In number 2, we voting for our defender, Marsha. In number 2. And in number 3, I see you jumping again. I see you jumping again. And we voting for the king. We voting for the king. Coming back for the crown again. In number 3. And in number 4. In number 4. In number 4. Oh Lord, I just love to hear you roar. In number 4. Number 5. Number 5. Who are we voting for this time around? Who are we voting for this time around? Number 5, we are voting Kenny Douglas. And number 6. Number 6. We know number 6 is always safe. Always safe. The icon. Original edition. Simply the best. Can I get a wow? Can I get a wow, wow? We voting Dr. Denzel Douglas. And in number 7, the ladies say he handsome. The people say he is their champion. Civil servants say we can now rally the way we want to rally because Mark Nato Nelson is on Leon Nato Nelson is on charge for the people of number 7. And sometimes they say you leave the best for last. Sometimes they say the last will be great. Let me hear it for our comrade leader number 8. The doctor that cares for you. Who could that be? Who could that be? Who could that be? People, let me hear it for Dr. Drew and all 8 of our labor candidates. Good night. I love you. I love you. I love you.
For someone and labor, from challengers from to New Guinea, we voting for the Labour Party. Tell other man got to go. We can't take it on no more. When you come road to number 4. Red and ready. Red and ready. Red and ready. Red and ready. Stand up on top of the truck, say ready. Jump. Red and ready. Red and ready.
tell all ya, Samuel gonna give the midget some licks, licks, licks. Mr. Miss Appropriation, Mr. Marriott, Lindsey Grant, gonna get a lot of licks. I can see it right now. The licks gonna start up here at Creville Hill and end at Victory. I know it ain't here, he gonna get licks, but the people of Sandy Point know the length from here to Victory. They're gonna get licks all over for sure. There's no doubt about it. You see, the shockwave of the failed team unity government continues to resonate, penetrate, and reverberate locally, regionally, and internationally. Sean's admission that the government of which he was a part until his recent dismissal and disappointment by the governor was a complete failure is enough to not vote for him ever again. His claim of being powerless and outmaneuvered by one man, the big belly goat man, is another reason to not vote for him again. He had the largest number of cabinet ministers and let one man control everything. That says he is a poor leader and a poor representation for us here in Sandy Point. The fact that many dirt roads here in Sandy Point, particularly down at Farm Meadows, remain unpaved because your Good Labour Party started those roads is enough to not vote for Sean Richards. It speaks of his vindictiveness. It speaks of his leadership, which is poor. It speaks of the fact that this man is lazy and do not care about his own community. And Sean Richards must go. Can I get an amen? Sean Richards must go. You're right. We don't want him to. Can we get a wow? All right. Ladies and gentlemen. You see the thing about it, that the two of them are devils. So you definitely need amen to get rid of the devil and the demonic forces that follow in them. And we definitely need the wow to jam them. So what we gonna do come election, we gonna jam them. What we gonna do on election day? Jam them. Every one of them. They don't go, no, they ain't gone yet. They ain't gone yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta bring on a young lady here. Her name is Tamikwa Douglas. She is the Miss Labour for this constituency, and she is going to come and introduce our candidate and next representative for this, our proud town of Sandy Point.
Good night, comrades. Like a true Sandy Pointer, Ambassador H.E. Kenneth Douglas is very proud of his community and the very rich history and traditions of which it boasts. The last of 15 children, Kenneth, or Kenny, as we all call him, was born on February 11, 1975 to baby 5'8". He was raised by the community of Sandy Point, and he has dedicated his life to the advancement of his community, Sandy Point, Victory, and La Valley. He is a man who was instilled with core principles of love, honor, honesty, humility, and respect. He taught extensively at various schools, including the Dietbe Primary, the Washington Archibald High, and the Charles E. Mills Secondary Schools, and led each school into victory at the Federation's inter-school competitions. As a matter of fact, I am one of his students, and I can attest to his genuine care and concern for his students' well-being. He was a great mentor to us. He demonstrated remarkable leadership in the sporting programs at all of these institutions and helped advance them tremendously through sports-winning awards at each school he taught. Mr. Douglas is a firm believer that education and sports are two avenues to deliver solutions to many social ills such as crime and poverty plaguing his community and the Federation of St.Kitts-Nevis. He often passionately proclaims that children are the future. Education is the best way out of poverty, and involvement in sports is one of the best ways to remain a productive member of society. Kenny's selfless nature, his fight for better conditions and representations for his fellow Kittitian and Nivisian students studying in Cuba. His commitment to his people demonstrated his leadership abilities, and for that reason, the government of St. Kitts-Nevis was prompted to open an embassy in Cuba and appointed him as the resident ambassador. He served that position until 2015. Kenny's slogan, "People are my priority," shows that his focus is empowering the people. His mission is to ensure that every policy, every plan, every initiative is geared towards the advancement of the people within the constituency, from youth to the elderly. His love for people and his desire to assist them in advancing motivated him to take the bold step as the candidate for constituency number 5 for the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. It is his strong belief that the people of Sandy Point, Victory, and the La Valley deserve much better representation than they are getting today. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our caretaker for number 5, His Excellency Kenneth Douglas.
Somebody give me a whoa! Come on, give me a whoa! 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 What a crowd! You missed me last week? Yeah. You missed me? Yeah. I miss you too. But guess what? I look at the meeting in its entirety in Antigua last week. Give yourself a big round of applause. I love my labor people. I love my people in Sandy Point. SP ready, best me. All my soldiers come forward. My soldiers come forward. SP ready, best me. Home. Why, I love you, my people. Labor people. let me say a big good evening to one and all. That's correct. From Fig Tree and La Valley, Crab Hill, Pedro Street, Foy Street, Downing Street, the Gut, Main Street, Backway, Farm Site, Farms Meadows, Farms Housing, Mount Tidal, the Alley, Cleverly Hill, Stadium View, Viewpoint, Romney Ground, Lower Brooks, Upper Brooks. Good evening to you. I love you. I love you, my people. I am happy to be here this evening with you. You heard Tamika said that I have been serving the people of Sandy Point all my life. All my life. And I realize that I have to make this bold move to serve you even further. But comrades, I want to start this evening with a bit of sadness, really and truly. I want to give once again my condolences and my sympathies to the family of Peen Antoinette said from Fig Tree, Sandy Point. I want to say to her entire family, her immediate and extended family, my deepest sympathies and condolences. May her soul rest in eternal peace. But comrades, in Sandy Point there are things that we must be joyful about also. I want to touch on my football team. We just started again. The league that commenced just the other day again. Sandy Point played against a team from Nevis, Hard Times. And I want to say congratulations to them because they won 2-0. So congratulations to the football team from Sandy Point. Just a couple of weeks ago also, maybe last week, sorry, Fruta Falcons, the basketball junior team from Sandy Point, also defeated top-notch St. Paul's in the finals of the junior basketball. Congratulations to SP also. Hub, SP where the best way. We still have good things going on in Sandy Point. But my people, as I said before, I have dedicated all my life to serving this constituency and serving the country. Last week when you had the meeting in Halfway Tree, I was busy out with the Leeward Islands cricket team in Antigua. But I was listening the Tuesday when our Prime Minister outgoing dissolved the House and fired those 6 vagabonds as he mentioned. And I said to myself, I have to come back and get myself prepared. I have to come back and make sure I go to the people of constituency number 5 because we deserve better. I told you I have been serving all my life in community development. I work to build this community, assisting the vulnerable, providing them with those things that they are needed. I don't want to even talk about sports. That is my passion. But right here in Sandy Point, my people, sport has gone to the dogs. Sport has gone to the dogs here in Sandy Point. And that is why I must congratulate my football team and also the junior basketball team because they are doing wonders with the poor representation that they are getting. I want to say to them that youth empowerment in Sandy Point must be improved. Mentorship in schools, scholarship, these are things that Kenny will bring back to Sandy Point. I want to say to you, my people, when I was the ambassador in Cuba, I fought for the people, not just of Sandy Point, but of St. Kitts and Nevis in general. I studied in Cuba, and I knew what was going on in Cuba. the hardship that we had, I decided that my people couldn't be in Cuba going through the same things that I went through when I was there as a student. And so I went there and I fought for the people. And in 2015, when we lost the elections, the very next day, I was recalled as the ambassador. But I continued communicating with my students because they are my priority. You, the people of Sandy Point, you are my priority. The people of St.Kitts-Nevis, you are my priority. And that is why I made this bold step to step into politics, because I want to serve you at that higher level. My comrades, our present representative, or the former representative, because he was fired, he told you, the people of Sandy Point and the Federation, that he has failed you, the people. He said that it is not my words. Those were his words. He told you that he failed the people of number 5, and he failed the people of St. Kitts-Nevis.
Trust in team unity has been eroded. We have failed to keep too many promises. We have failed to give a fair share to everyone, and that we have fallen short on the issues of good governance and accountability.
My people of Sandy Point, you are hearing this loud and clear from our former representative. He has said that he has failed the people. All the promises that he promised from since 2015, he told you that he has failed you. Do you want that same man to come back giving you empty promises again? That is the same man that you want to put back in government again to serve you? To fail you again? We can't allow that to happen. He admitted that he failed the people of Sandy Point. He admitted that he failed the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. He neglected us for years. And so we must do just like our Prime Minister did. Fire him. Fire him from here in constituency number 5. We know that he has not been here in Sandy Point. I can recall when Jacinth Henry Martin was here, he told the people of Sandy Point that chase her back to Bird Rock. But I want you to tell me, where is he at this present moment? You can't see him in Sandy Point. As a matter of fact, my friend told me he has 2 vehicles. And what he does is that he park one up there and he go to wherever in the other one. Fool the people of Sandy Point, making you feel like that he's right here. We don't want that type of representative. My people, our present representative, he only looks for a selected few. He has a group of persons that he has around him. Look at Skelec. Who you are seeing there are those persons who are close to him. If they are not close to him, you can't get nothing from our representative. Nothing. And for that, we must fire him for that. He told us that you will get your fair share. Sandy Pointers, are you getting your fair share? Constituency number 5, are you getting your fair share? I want to say to you, when you elect me as your next representative, all of you, whether you support Labour, PAM, PLP, CCM, or NRP, you will get your fair share. For years, my people, I have been speaking out about the conditions of the road right here in Sandy Point. You heard our host mention farms, meadows, that the Labour Party built houses for our people here in Sandy Point. For years, persons are complaining about the dust in the morning when they go on to work. When they come back, their houses are filled with dirt. Even when they go to work, They have to walk with lotion or something because dust are all over their feet. But our representative found it fit to pave the road right up here next to his mother's house. And the bad thing about it, immediately after the road passed his mother's house, he stopped the project. He stopped the project. Is this a man who cares for you? Does he care for you, the people of Sandy Point? The only thing he cares about is himself and his family and his close people. We have to fire him for that. He has a song that he goes around playing. He says, Sandy Point people like it like this. Sandy Pointers, do you really like it like this? Do you really like it like this? We have to let him know on election day, whenever it is called, that we do not like it like this. We need better. We need better representation. And yours truly, Kenny Douglas, will provide that for you. My people, I listened to him the other day, and he told you, the people, that Timothy Harris, the then Prime Minister, he didn't allow him to put anybody on the PAP program, or the peace program, or the SEP. Were you hearing all these things for the 7 years that he was there? You were hearing nothing at all from him. But as soon as the lady came from Trinidad and she told them that Timothy deserved another term, a third term, that is when he found it right to come out to talk about the bad thing that was going on in Team Unity. After he filled his pocket, after he has made up his war chest, that is when he found time to come and tell you, the people, that he couldn't get this and he couldn't get that. That is how you like it, St. Sandy Point people? St. Kitts people, you like it like that? We have to show him that we do not like it like this. My people, and I must tell this story. Just this week, I took a young lady to the electoral office to be registered. And on my way to the electoral office, we were talking about Sandy Point and the development. And the young lady mentioned to me about education. She said when she was in grade 6 and she heard about the laptop program that Labour introduced to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, she couldn't wait to go to high school. She couldn't wait to receive her laptop. But you realize what Sean Richards did? He stopped the laptop program. Can you believe that? Can you believe that he really did something like that? He said that some company, some persons he spoke to, told him to stop it. Imagine the COVID pandemic hit us now. And can you imagine how the school children would have been doing if he had kept the same one-to-one laptop program and even improve on it, as he said? Could you imagine how our children would have been smiling? But I want to say to you this evening, my comrade Jeffrey Hanley, as the next education minister, told you that he will bring back the one-to-one laptop program to you. And not only for the students in high school, but he told you it will be extended to the students also of the primary schools. He went as far as telling you that even the children in preschool will be getting their laptops. Put your hand together for our next Labour government. And that is why we are saying, with Labour, you will be getting a new day, a better way with our St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. our St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party would be giving you a better living conditions, better opportunities, better policies. My good people of SP where the best be. My good people of Sandy Point, all we are hearing from our present representative is lots of tricks and gimmicks. And that is what he is using to get the people here in Sandy Point. I want to recommend to you an alternative to this man who doesn't give about the people of Sandy Point. I want to give myself to you, my good people. I am offering myself to you. I have been serving the people all my life, and I will continue to do that. I want to see the people of CFBC, Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College. Because as the Minister of Education, he took away the government subsidized funding for the CFBC students. More expense for the families who are vulnerable. Those families who had no money, he put them to spend money to buy laptops, to do all sorts of things. And guess what? Guess what he did? He sent you to TDC to buy laptops for your children. And you know the relationship between him and TDC. So all the monies must go back to TDC. My people, you know what hurt me most? And I love when I come out to speak to my people of Sandy Point. Just recently, while I was conversing, a fellow Sandy Pointer, an excellent, well-accomplished marine engineer, he told us that he offered to train students in the engineer field, the same marine engineer field. He spoke to our representative about this on numerous occasions, multiple times, about training people in marine engineering. Because this gentleman is a big labor man, he ignored him. He ignored him up until this day. Nothing was done. What a lost opportunity for the children, not just of Sandy Point, but the children of St. Kitts-Nevis. I want to say to you, I want to say to that gentleman, upon taking office, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, we will make sure that he gets the opportunity to teach all of these young people in that same field of engineering.
Show me your voting finger, raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting. All right.
We must vote for Labour. All of these things meaning we must vote for Labour. Let me touch sports in Sandy Point. We are right here, and this is the field right here. This is our main play field, and I want to say to you, sometimes I'm so embarrassed. I told you I went to Antigua with the Leeward Islands cricket team. And this is a field that the West Indies Cricket Board, the Leeward Islands cricket team, everybody is saying this is the best field to develop for cricket in St. Kitts-Nevis. But guess what? They came here and they told us, we cannot host any matches right down here on this field. Why? Because of the poor conditions of our pavilion down there. Poor conditions. In 2015, when they won the government, I heard a certain gentleman from right here in Sandy Point saying that they were given $350,000 for the upgrade of this facility. Up until now, not one thing. Nada. Nothing. But it will not finish there. You remember we had some water sport thing right here? Do you remember that? Just the other day, I received a message from a gentleman, and he told me that he gave our representative over 350,000 US dollars for that project. Over 350 US dollars for that project. I want, when you see our representative, ask him what happened to that 350,000 US dollars that he was given for that same project that he was asked to deal with up here. Ask him that. You think they are nice? They are not nice at all. You think they want to empower people? No, they don't want to. They want to put you on pop when you want a job. They want to put you on step and them getting their big lump sum. They want you to depend on them. They don't want to empower you. They want you to come and beg them all the time. This is not what we want. That is not what we are going to do here for the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. We are going to empower you, the people of Sandy Point. We are going to empower you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Because with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, it's going to be a new day, a better way with us. I want to go down by the basketball court. Have you been by our basketball court lately? Our representative, he went down there. He said he's going to put down a curtain on the basketball court. He went down and he put it down. And he took all sorts of videos and pictures so many years ago. I want you to ask him, where is that same Martin that he took all sorts of videos and pictures down there with? I want you to ask him, so many years ago, up until now, we can't get that. And if you go down there, cracks are in the court. Big cracks are in the court. These are people who really want to serve people, who really want to see better for the people of Sandy Point. We have to do like Timothy and fire him. Constituency number 5, we must fire him. Sandy Pointers, you know that we are a proud people. That is why we say SP, very best me. We don't want a leader who every term will come to you and tell you that he has failed. And that is why I'm asking the people of Sandy Point to vote for your candidate of the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, yours truly, Kenny Douglas. Because with me, you would be empowered. It would be a new day, a better way with yours truly. Tonight, I am here to ask you to support me on becoming the face of change here in constituency number 5. I want you to have a representative with integrity. A representative who will provide opportunities for you and the future generation. You, the people of constituency number 5, you are my priority. I has always have you as my first priority. I have been walking the streets, speaking to you, the people, engaging you, the people, and hearing your cry. As a matter of fact, I understand your plight. And I'm here to help you, which is why I need you to vote for me as your next representative in Parliament. That is why I am saying to you, with Kenny Douglas and the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, there will be a new day. There will be a better way for you, the people. Before I tell you some more things that I have planned for you, the people of Sandy Point, I want to tell you what happened when I went to Finchie the other day and I went to farm site. to all those people in constituency number 5 who still have latrines in your yard, Kenny Douglas will make sure I get rid of all of those. To the lady who told me that the rats and mice and cockroaches running up and down where you are living, there will be none of that when the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party wins the government. I will make sure that all of you who have those latrines outside, we will build new brand bathroom and toilets onto your houses. I want you to know that. Now, let me speak to you about my plan for you. I told you already, Labour has revolutionized housing in this country. We have built over 5,000 homes between 1995 and 2015. We are going to continue that when we win the next government. As a matter of fact, I want to say to you, the people of Sandy Point, all those persons, when I'm doing canvassing, who told me that they need houses, I want to tell you, my plan is to make sure that every year of my first term, I will build 50 houses for you, the people of Sandy Point. And I know that you can do mathematics well. So 5 times 50 is 250 houses in one term. My first term, in 5 years, 250 houses for you, the people of Sandy Point. And thus, my people, when I make sure I produce all of these houses for you, you know I will come with them. Because only contractors from Sandy Point will build these houses in Sandy Point. So we will be empowering our contractors here in Sandy Point also. Plumbers, you are not left out. The electrical people, you will not be left out, because you are the ones who will be doing the electrical and the plumbing and everything in these houses. So you will benefit. So jobs upon jobs will be given to the people of Sandy Point also. So job availability would not be any problems. So all the carpenters and the contractors and the plumbers and the masons and the architects, the painters, the electricians, get ready, because in Sandy Point there will be a new way, a better day with Kenny right here. To the persons, to the business persons, I want to say to you, I will make sure that you are provided with entrepreneurship programs. I want to empower those of you who want to be employed and self-employment. I will empower you in that area. I want to consider building a town center. We proud Sandy Pointers want to make sure that we have a nice building for a town center where you don't have to journey to Bastia to pay your cable bills and your lights bill and your this bill and your that bill, because I want you to be able to stay right here in Sandy Point and do all of that. This also will provide job opportunities for you. I want to say to them, because people have been meeting me and asking me to tell them what I will do for the people of Sandy Point. The people of agriculture. You heard Samuel Duggins, the man who will make you roar in number 4, talk about agriculture. And I will work alongside him to make sure that the farmers are well taken care of here in Sandy Point also. I will make sure that we will refurbish the stores at the market here in Sandy Point. I will make sure that we upgrade the market, but we will maintain the rich history of that same market right here. And I can't forget my fisher folks in Fig Tree. I can't forget my fisher folks. I will consider restoring our fisheries complex at Fig Tree. I will introduce a vendors market in that area. I will restore port facilities, just to name a few, because I intend to transform Fig Tree and La Valley. And of course, we must fix the road. For years, you have complained about accessibility of your representative. You can't find him here in Sandy Point. When you want to give your concerns, you can't find him. But Kenny Douglas is always here. When you don't see me here and there, you could come to the field with my football team or my cricket team right here, because I'm always serving the people. I want to say to you, in addition to that, I will establish a community liaison officer within the constituency to assist me and ensure your concerns are always heard. So even when I'm away with something doing for you, you can contact somebody. You can give your concerns to somebody else. And when I am back, they speak to me and I'll make sure that it is done right here in Sandy Point. That is the type of representative that you want right here in Sandy Point. My people of constituency number 5, I promise to serve in the interests of all the people of constituency number 5, not just a few. I promise fair and open discussion. I promise transparency, transparent policies, with an opportunity to rebuild our community of Sandy Point. I believe in equal opportunities for all, not for a few. What I am asking from you tonight, to think first. When election day comes, I want you to think first. Think about what our representative has done for 18 long years. From 2004 to present, I want you to think about it. It is time for new representation here in constituency number 5. I want you to think about us as one. And one of my promises that I want to make is to make life better for our entire constituency. Always remember, my people, that you are my priority. I have big plans for you, constituency number 5. We, the St.Kitts-Nevis party, we have big plans for you. But these plans cannot be possible without your support. SP Ready Best Me, I am asking you this evening for your support. SP Ready Best Me, it is our time to shine. It is our time to rise. It is our time to rise with Kenny as your representative here in constituency number 5. My people, it is time for constituency number 5 to come alive. Come alive, my people. Come alive with Kenny in constituency number 5. I love you, my people. I love you, my constituents. People of Sandy Point. People of St.Kitts-Nevis. I love you. Thank you. Vote for a St. Kitts-Nevis Labour government. Thank you and God bless you.
People, you ready? From Brimstone Hill to La Valley. Singing this one song. All hail the patriot Kenny. Yeah, long time we've been waiting for something to make us feel the vibe. The soldier in this red army makes Sandy Point come alive. Alive in number 5, we never die, you know. Alive in number 5, the people cry, you know. Alive in number 5, come live in way together. Alive in 5 a.m. Labour voting for Labour. Sandy Point massive. Yeah. Come with me, come with me. All right. I want to hear you say this, all right? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, say one for me, one for
We're coming alive in number 5. Big time. I tell you. You know why? Because we're fed up. Fed up. We had enough. And we definitely want a clean sweep at the polls, which must be held by August 8th. So how many seats we want? How many seats we want? And we ain't settling for nothing less. So if you fed up of all the Judases that we have in government, give me a wow. Well, that one was loud, boy. Yeah. It feels good to see so many people here tonight at this event. By August 8th, all 8, definitely, we ain't teaming up with a soul. We're sending all them packing. All of them. If you had enough of Sean and Timothy running this country amok, let me hear you say, wow. From all accounts, the minority government is planning to rob this election in several ways, including voodoo, black magic, and obia again. But this time, they're going to be walking it on each other. She said they done start doing it already since last week, Saturday. Me ain't know nothing about that. Anyway, we the proud people of Sandy Point will not put our faith in another failed experiment after the first experiment called Team Unity failed. That ship has sailed. It has long gone. We ain't going back there. Instead, we're going to vote for Kenny. Are you going to vote for Kenny? Are you going to vote for Labour? While these guys sit and fatten themselves, they continue to repeat their empty promises and add on even more. This time, Sean and Pam is promising to keep their laundry list of broken promises from 2015 and inflating the list with even more promises that Pam know they will never, ever keep. They signed an agreement called Charlestown Accord, and not even that their conscience would allow them to keep. They are not men of goodwill or men of character. They are a complete waste of time. They have no clue how government run or how to govern. So on election day, we are rejecting every one of them. Comrades, our next Prime Minister will be a man of character, a man with a heart, a man with a genuine care for people of his constituency, constituency number 8, and for the people of St.Kitts-Nevis in general. Our next Prime Minister will look after the interest of all our people, and not just the upper class. A man I have the utmost respect for. My personal doctor, my friend, Dr. Terence Drew.
Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready. Dr. Drew ready, Labour ready, red and ready, we ready. Dr. Drew ready to lead the government, yeah. So all you did think he did already, we did just a cool down, yeah. Tell them Labour ready, call in the school round, yeah. Labour, people tell them, Dr. Drew respect himself, respect the youth, respect the elders, man. He know what he a bring, me know what me a sing, when me put it in a song. The streets of Dr. Drew real, and he loves this land. This time we now feel, cause them can't cheat again, man. Dr. Drew did the a cool and a pill. Now what time to go fight? We have a nation to rebuild and get this right. St.Kitts-Nevis, Dr. June is the right choice. So please, when I hear my cry, Dr. June ready to lead the government, yeah. So all we did think he did already. We did just a cool down, yeah. Tell them Labour ready, call in this cool down, yeah.
Labour massive! We ready? You ready? You ready?
We ready for them. Let them know we ready for them. Don't tell them so. That's how we feed them.
Labour massive, you registered? You registered? Well, put up your finger now. Put up your finger now.
Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting.
So you're ready, you're registered, and you're ready. Labour ready to take back this government on your behalf. They have failed, and they have failed miserably. We are the people from constituency number 8. You hear? Number 8, you in the house? Man, I love you bad. I have to serve you, and I have to serve all the constituencies. I want to thank you for your support and your patience as I take on this colossal task. But I will say to the people of constituency number 8, that over the years I've been readying myself, and now we are ready to take the government on your behalf and on the behalf of the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Can you imagine they're in a government? The government fail, the government collapse, and they're not ready. They're not ready. Searching for candidates here, there, and everywhere. But Labour ready, and Labour ready long time, showing the people of St. Kitts-Nevis that we are ready to lead this country back to number 1. Put your hands together for your St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party.
We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever. We're coming in stronger than ever.
For the people in the diaspora, in New York and North America, in the Caribbean, across Europe, and across the world, in the Virgin Islands and so forth, we want to send Labour love to you. We know you are up watching us even at this late hour, and we do not take your support for granted. Last election, Timo made fun of you. He said 14 days, who out, stay out, and who in, stay in. But this time you're coming home to send Timo home and out of this government. We love you, our people in the diaspora, wherever you are. St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party loves you. To the people of Sandy Point, I'm not going to be too long tonight because it's late, but I want you to give Kenny a chance. Kenny deserves a chance. Kenny comes from you. Kenny has always worked among you and with you. You reared Kenny. You helped to bring him to where he is, and now he's asking you for the opportunity to serve you, and I'm asking you to give Kenny that chance. Put your hands together for Kenny. Down here in Sandy Point, the leadership has failed, and you need new representation. And I would say I have nothing personal against anybody, but if you're part of a government that fell short of 2 years, that is a failed government. A failed government. The people's agenda has not been put first, and therefore those who are part of it cannot come before you, the good people of Sandy Point, and ask you to put your trust in them once again. They must be punished, all of them. Lack of leadership. Comrades and the people of Sandy Point, I also want to say that Timothy Harris has failed the people of this country. Just in 2020, they told you that all was well, that the ship was going well. They said that they had your interest first. But look at this now, in 2022, they're saying all sort of manner of things against each other. Some of the things they're saying about each other, me ain't gonna even say it. He called them vagabond. Me never call them vagabond yet. Me not use them words to describe them. I will not do that. They call each other thief. They call each other greedy. They call each other corrupt. Well, if you have a cabinet where the men are at war with each other, telling you how bad each other is, so how can you put trust in any one of them? And that is why I'm saying to the people of Sandy Point and the people of St.Kitts-Nevis that the only team that can, of course, bring back integrity in public life, bring back integrity in governance, put the people first again, build trust, is the St.Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. Look at the team here on the stage tonight. We are ready to serve the people. We will ensure that there's good and competent leadership. And as the next Prime Minister of St. Kitts-Nevis, I will ensure that the good governance agenda is pursued and your interest is put first. Trust is what you want in a government, and we offer that. I want to say to all the small business owners here in Sandy Point and beyond, that the small business ministry will be established. We are serious about small businesses. Small businesses will not be an afterthought, but small businesses will be a fundamental part of our restructuring and rebuilding of the economy, an economy that is people-centered. That is what we'll do. So if you got your small business, you'll be able to go to the small business ministry, apply for grants, apply for soft loans, as Samuel would have said. Apply to get yourself trained if you lack necessary training. And if you need support, we will offer that support for you. So for all of you who want to start your small business and already have a business and you are struggling, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will put small business as a center part of the economy. I know you all got your small business. I see a lot of people around here with their small business. You who doing your little barbecue, that's a small business. You who doing your nails to make sure the ladies look nice, that's a small business. You doing hair, you doing makeup, those are small businesses as well. I was in Cayon today, and I met a young man, and he said to me, Dr. Drew, I am an artist. And he showed me his work, and I was impressed. And I'm wondering, how is it that young man does not have a small business set up where he can do his art and sell his art and make a living for him and his family? I want to say to a young man like that the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, we will develop the orange economy, because we believe that the entertainers and the artists and those who are not in what we call traditional professions, that they should have the opportunity to develop themselves. We know what we're doing in the Labour Party. We know what we're doing in the Labour Party. Small businesses will be a focal point in our restructuring and our development here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Comrades, the people of Sandy Point, we are going to develop those aspects of the economy. But look at how the government is being mismanaged. We are hearing that NHC is bankrupt. Solid Waste, bankrupt. Skellek, bankrupt. The cabinet, bankrupt. All kind of bankruptcy taking place across the government. And guess what? All of them bankrupt of leadership, and that is why we got to get rid of all of them. Bankrupt of ideas. Bankrupt of innovation. Bankrupt of integrity. Bankrupt of putting the people first. And that is why we are saying that we have to put the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party to work on your behalf. I want you to take a look at this team that we have here. Comrades,
I have been going around my constituency and throughout this country. I'm a medical doctor by training, and I see a lot of people in my office. And I've come to realize that the single women, especially the young women here in St. Kitts-Nevis, you are hurting tremendously. And as Jeffrey said, Comrade Jeffrey said, that some of you would have had to use ways of surviving. Let's put it that way. And on that St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, I want to tell you that we will ensure that we put a program in place for all of our single women. Those who need help, we will make sure that you get the help that you need, and you do not have to subject yourself to unworthy things so that you can survive. We hear your cry. We understand your cry, and we will look out for our women folk here in St. Kitts-Nevis. You deserve it. Women head most of the households here in St. Kitts-Nevis. So if you ain't taking care of the woman them here in St. Kitts-Nevis, you're not taking care of the people. And I want the young women to know that we will be there for you. We want you to have good households and the opportunity to raise your children, to send them to school with dignity, and to have that pride that you need to strut across the streets here in Sandy Point and St. Kitts-Nevis. The young women, a special program will be set up for you so that you can benefit from it. We had a program before called the WISE program, Women in Small Enterprise, and this government took it away from the young women here in St. Kitts-Nevis. It was a program where young women could have gotten grants and start their small businesses. And we are making sure that we'll have those type of support and more for the young women here in St. Kitts-Nevis. You will not be left behind. So when they talk and they talk, just tell them, vote for Labour, and the young women and the women folk here in St. Kitts-Nevis will be well taken care of. That is what we're going to do. I want to say that we'll also ensure that even if you're not so young as a woman, you will have the opportunity as well. We are not going to exclude anybody. That is what we want to say. Comrades, I have been speaking about healthcare over and over again. And some people say, but Dr. G, you speak about it a lot. Tonight, I touch on the economy and I touch on the women issues. But I cannot leave out healthcare because healthcare is at the center of most of these things. I write on my Facebook the other day, everywhere you go, somebody got a sponsor sheet. A breakfast, some fundraiser because a family member or community member would have become sick and that person has no money to carry out the treatment that they need to save their lives. My foundation has reached out to many of them to contribute, and I'll continue to do it. But I want the people of St. Kitts-Nevis to know that you're going to stop with this sponsor sheet and this breakfast and all these things because you want to save your lives. You will have health insurance for all, universal healthcare system with a brand new state-of-the-art hospital so that you can be comfortable when you go up there. That is what we will deliver. That is what you deserve. And I want to say to the people of Sandy Point that even those who do not support the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, that you too will benefit because as Kenny said, we will not serve just some of the people. We will serve all of the people here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Only Labour can do it. They can't do it. They say they're corrupt. They call themselves corrupt. They call themselves thief. We're not going to corrupt people over here. We're not going to thief over here. They call themselves vagabond and all kind of things. But look at this team. A team of integrity, innovation, competence, love people, working for people, youthful, and ready to push St. Kitts-Nevis forward back to #1 in the 21st century. Comrades, I want to say something tonight that even up at the JN France Hospital, there are doctors who are working in the A&E and persons who are in the EMT service that they don't have access access to what you call advanced cardiovascular resuscitation training. Can you imagine that? They're not ACLS trained. It means, therefore, that when you go up there, they're not certified that if your heart stops, how to resuscitate your heart. And it is not the doctor's fault. They're not given the opportunity to do it. And I want to say to the doctors and nurses tonight that every 2 years you will be certified. Because if you yourself end up there, you yourself will need professional service. Labour Party will not only bring a new hospital, we will bring improved service for all of our people. Comrades, that is what St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party is about. The EMS service. I want to say to all the EMTs that this is the week of the EMTs, and I want to salute what you have been doing. But I want to say to the EMTs that we will professionalize the EMS service and make sure that you have the opportunity to become paramedics and to establish your own base as professional healthcare providers here. So when the ambulance show up, you are 100% certain that the persons are properly trained and can take care of you. That is what we'll deliver here in St. Kitts-Nevis with the new healthcare system. All of you would benefit. That deserves a wow. I want to say, if you give me 5 more minutes because I know it's late, but I want to say that those of you who suffered as workers in this country under the pandemic, and they told you that if you didn't take a job, there's no job. On the first day as Prime Minister of St. Kitts-Nevis, I'm going to draw one big red X to that policy. One big red X through that policy. It is inhumane to treat human beings like that. Inhumane. Everybody knows I'm a medical doctor and I believe in science. But I believe that people should not be forced. They should be educated to make the right decision. We're going to get rid of that wicked policy once and for all here in St. Kitts-Nevis. And people like Curtis Cook and Donnie Rollins, those of you who were sent home after working many years, and Tishel, and can't get your severance pay, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, very early in its administration, will give you a gratuitous payment to correct the wrong that was levied against you. You will get what you deserve.
Ready, ready, ready. Tell them say we ready.
Labour gonna correct the wrong. In education, I want to support Comrade Jeffrey. We're going to deliver the Bastille High School, the technology in education. And I want you to know that we're going to make sure that we develop a multilingual type of education here for our people of St. Kitts-Nevis. By the time you finish high school, you are supposed to be able to speak more than one language. You are surrounded by people who speak Spanish, French, and now we see Mandarin spreading across the world. You must be able to communicate effectively in order to participate to the full effect in any economy in this world in which we live. Multilingual education, technological base. That is what the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party will deliver for our students here. And those of you who go CFBC, nobody with no money. Under the pandemic, they increased the money and our CFB students, many of them I'm finding can't go to CFBC. Dropping out, hot in my heart. Them things are hard. You see the children who need the education the most because the parent can't afford it. They're telling the children to stop, to go look work and try to help out. Man, them days they've done since in the 60s and 70s. And them that we are bring back. And we call ourselves a high-income country. And so I want to say today that every child who is born in St. Kitts-Nevis will be guaranteed a college-level education. And every child who is born in St. Kitts-Nevis will be guaranteed preschool education. We'll have universal education. Because if we're small, then we must be of high quality. That is what we're going to produce here in St. Kitts-Nevis. That deserves a wow. There was a story. My cousin who is actually my aunt, she had her husband, Edred. When I was small, he gave me a story. He said, boy, Russia and England had it out. And the Russian sent a bag of sand to England trying to say to England, I got an army with so much people, you can't beat me. And they say that the Queen, Margaret Thatcher, sent back in a plastic bag a couple of hot peppers. They could have been from the Caribbean. She said we might be few, but we're hot like pepper. And that is what we are saying here in St. Kitts-Nevis, that we might be few compared to other countries. But we're going to create a new person here in St. Kitts-Nevis who is well-educated, well-equipped to function anywhere in the world. That is the type of citizen that we're going to create here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Be ready to be that new citizen to present yourself to the world. And comrades, I want to say to all of you that they will be proud of a Kittitian. That when you say you're a Kittitian, people will watch you in awe and respect, because they'll know that you come from a respectable nation. Today, if you say it, people watch you funny, because they must say, will your government fall? You feel bad, embarrassed. People are laughing after St. Kitts. Can you imagine from number one to the laughing stock? That is why me I say all of them got to go, you know. All of them, they have to go. I don't mind sitting down and talking to them because I'm arrogant and selfish. We don't have that in St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. But here what got to happen first. They must sign the code of ethical conduct before the conversation starts. And they ain't doing it. Because we got to get rid of the corruption in government. It is not needed and it is not necessary. We want to create an economy where you can invest and have intergenerational wealth. Unless you're not creating intergenerational wealth, your family risks going back into poverty after the next generation. And that is why any big project that comes to St. Kitts-Nevis that contain billions of dollars, I gonna instruct the government to sell the shares to you so that you can enrich yourself and pass that on to your family, ending poverty here in St. Kitts-Nevis once and for all. A man said poverty is hell. Poverty can be hell. It can be difficult. Cryptocurrency on the verge, we have to explore and look at that as well. We have to be innovative and on the front line of where the world is going. I hear somebody talk about marijuana. We can't let them send us marijuana when we got some good growers down here for years, man. Kenny ain't got some over here. Kenny ain't got some. For years they have been growing the marijuana. Now that marijuana is going to be legalized in the world, how we can expect that they're going to send us? Man, we're going to send them the good thing from our places like Santi Point and in Phillips's and in Monkey Hill. A long time them are going, they're master goers. Well, let them make some money now, no, man. Let them make some money now, no, man. Let the Rasta man make some money now, man. Let the youth make some money now, man. We're not going to import none, we're going to export it. Since they say it's legalized, we're going to export it. That is what we're going to do to enhance the economy here and give it to you, the people who deserve it most. And that is why that big farm that they are building in Phillips's so that the family can own it. I want to tell them that that will not happen under St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party. You can't monopolize the industry because you see millions can be made from it. Well, is everything you want? You want MRI. You want tents. You want the land them. You want the CBI. You want the marijuana. What else you want? Rental. What else they want? All kind of things they want. Hear what they want now. They want the whole government. They want the whole government. He want a cabinet of yes people. That is what Timothy wants. That is why I'm not going to sit down with Timothy Harris to discuss anything. I welcome the PLP supporters. Come to Labour. A lot of you have been reaching out to me. You are welcome to Labour. The PAM supporters, PAM is now officially being rested by Timothy Harris. Labour has a large tent. Come to Labour. Because remember, you know, originally almost everybody here was Labour. So we are telling all of you to leave that alone and come home to Labour. Open arms. We love you. Come, let's build this country together with good governance and integrity. That is what you want. That is what Labour is about.
We know how we doing. Can't stop it. We know how we doing. Ropa. We know how we doing.
In Labour, we know what we're doing. And so, comrades, I'm going to wrap it up now because I want you to reach home. I want you to take a good look at this team. This team I want to present to St. Kitts-Nevis. Look at the team. The team has a good combination of youthfulness and experience with our veteran who could not make it tonight because he will feel a little better tomorrow. A little bit under the weather. This team has in a specialist in almost every field of endeavor here in St. Kitts-Nevis. If you want a teacher, you have one of the best ones here. Tested. 2 of them, maybe more. You want a lawyer? Look, the team got it here. You want a farmer? The team got it here. You want an entertainer? We got them. You want doctors? We got them. You want economists and people in financial services, accounting? We got them. You want people in sports? We got it. You want people who work in government before? We got it. You want people who come in with new ideas? We got it. I mean, what else you want? Labour has put together a team that is innovative, that is competent, people-centered, and you know what? None of these up here corrupt. No corruption up here. We are a team of integrity. A team that is ready to serve. And so, I want to say that is constituency number 1. I'm asking you, the people of constituency number 1, to support the shepherd, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. In constituency number 2, I hear Grant trying to show some shade on the Our Lady number to tell Grant, mind the business, you know. Not trouble our loyal royal lady, you know, to Grant. We're not going to accept it. We are decent people. But when you attack our women, we don't stand for that. Real men don't allow people to attack the women. Tell Grant, baby Grant, I say so. Disrespectful and out of order. And in constituency number 3, he coming back again. He coming back again. He coming back again to take constituency number 3. The Honorable Conrad Maynard. Put your hands together for him. Put your hands together for him. He's going to win that and win it big again. In constituency number 4. In constituency number 4. You roaring, our new candidate in constituency number 4. He's poised and ready to take back that constituency for Labour. Tomorrow, he opens his constituency office, and I invite all of you to his constituency office opening. You are welcome there in Old Road. Put your hands together for Comrade Samuel Duggins. Wow, this, you know what the lady just said? Decent, good-looking man. Wow. That deserves a wow. And in constituency number 6, I mean, there's no question about constituency number 6. Every team needs a veteran. Every team needs a veteran. And the veteran for the Labour team is none other than our former leader, Prime Minister for 20 years, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas. Put your hands together for him, because they said in number 6 is more licks. In constituency number 7, look at Leonardo. Look at Leonardo. Reinvigorated. Rejuvenated. Ready to take on the task of... Oh, the lady said he handsome too. Wow. Labour full of handsome men, boy. Wow. And a royal lady. Leonardo is handling the task because the people of constituency number 7 are saying that Timothy Harris will not be Prime Minister again, and they're not going to waste their vote. And I'm telling them, you are welcome back home to Labour. Come home, constituency number 7. Come home to Labour. Put your hands together for Comrade Leon Neto. And in constituency number 5, I want to highlight Kenny tonight. I asking you to vote for Kenny. Kenny has to come to the parliament. Kenny is an honest fellow, a hard-working fellow, has people in his heart, wants the best for Sandy Point. The man always say, Sandy Point, SP where the best be. Hub City, representing you. and Kenny will be good leadership, and I support whatever Kenny wants to do down here in Sandy Point. He will have the support of the Prime Minister to deliver for you, the people of Sandy Point. He deserves it, and you deserve it as well. Put your hands together for the next representative from constituency number 5, Kenny Douglas. And in constituency number 8, comrades are hearing all kind of things in number 8. They're bringing all kind of people in number 8. But just as they stole the election last election, tell them it's not going to happen this election at all. Not again in number 8. Not again in number 8. We are ready to take that constituency for Labour and send its representative as the Prime Minister of St.Kitts-Nevis, so that together as a team we can move forward and take St.Kitts-Nevis back to number 1 in the 21st century. Comrades, thank you. God bless all of you. Reach home safely. Take care of all of yourself. Thank you for coming out. Your Labour team, ready to serve you. Thank you. God bless you. Take care. Good night.
La 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 if I was a labor man. I roll with labor, I fought in for labor. You're nothing else, if I was a labor man. I roll with labor, I fought in for labor. Boom, they know I'm red, they know I'm brown, and you can see me jumping up in the crowd. So tell a friend, and shouting out, it's labor we have fought. Tell them labor, I roll with labor, it's labor. We roll with labor, it's labor. I roll with labor, it's labor. Why? You're not be asked if I was a labor man. I roll with labor, I fought in for labor. You're not be asked if I was a labor man. I roll with labor, I fought in for labor. Me and my neighbor, voting for labor.